Today we got Moonlight Cookie on tap for you in our topping and Beascuit guide, and I'm excited to break it down for you in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, down below you'll find today's timestamps where I will break down Moonlight Cookie. We'll give you the Beascuits background, the toppings of choice. We'll go for a run with this particular cookie as we always do and pull it all back together. Now, if you happen to have a question or comment along the way, let me know. I love to hear from you and would love to see you in our Discord server as well. We got a great active community. Now, everything I just discussed you can find down below in today's timestamps. However, here we go. So first and foremost, this is Moonlight Cookie, the legendary cookie, a magic cookie, and a middle lane cookie. A couple things about this one in particular when it comes to Dream of the Night Sky. This is a 15-second cooldown for the moveset here. Moonlight Cookie falls asleep in the night sky and dreams a dream where stars fall onto the enemy's heads, dealing damage and applying a damage increase debuff. Then, bright moonlight illuminates the battlefield, dealing damage to the enemies and putting them to sleep. Enemies that didn't fall asleep become drowsy and will eventually fall asleep when their resistance status wears off. When Moonlight Cookie awakens, she will restore her own HP. She will also restore her own HP upon awakening from sleep effects cast by enemies. Being a dweller of the world of dreams, Moonlight Cookie is not susceptible to the beckoning of dreams and Dream of Doom effect. Damage relative to max HP is capped at 300%. And then additionally here, damage is plus 25% for 12 seconds, stacks up to 1 time. Starlight periodic damage up to 10 ticks over 1.8 seconds, 115% roughly damage per tick. Additional Starlight damage, 5.5% of max HP. For cookies, Starlight ignoring damage resist 40% Moonlight damage, and then damage to cookies 125% of attack, or true damage proportional to max HP plus sleep, and then damage others 255% there, sleep 2 seconds, drowsiness, attack speed minus 15%, move speed minus 15%, and that self-healing for 30% of attack. So this cookie does have a lot. I love going back through these because there are some key tips and tricks, as always, to keep in mind as we pull together and build our cookies. So first and foremost, when it comes to our Beascuits, let's talk about this here. A couple things that are going to be important in this, as always, depending on how you're thinking about your total build for your cookie, you're going to balance your Beascuit against your toppings. So in this case, though, we're going to focus more on damage. And on top of that, the other piece on that is also going to be leveraging between the Beascuit and the toppings one other key substat, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So a couple things here when it comes to legendary zesty Beascuit here, which is what you want to have. Obviously, again, mine's not fully attuned. You can do that or reset, all that fun stuff, in order to what you need to get to. Now, obviously, getting it all the way to 20 is going to make a huge thing, so make sure that you do that. In terms of those bonus effects that we were talking through that you saw, attack and HP are two big things that are going to help you. Now, the only thing that is different about the Beascuit versus the toppings is that you don't get the damage resist bypass. So if you are focused on that and going all in on damage resist bypass is a good option for you here. The other ones, like I just said, to consider could be attack and HP. Now, the other thing that you can do is consider that cooldown. Because it is a 15-second cooldown, you can pull that cooldown down here as well. However, again, as a number one kind of priority, I would consider damage resist bypass, just because of the raw fact that it is only here right now in the Beascuits. So that makes a big difference on that piece. Now, again, it's going to depend on how you want to blend the two. That attack and HP are going to make a big difference for you because of those other stats that we talked about. So those are things that you can keep in mind, and that cooldown. Now, the good news is, as you pair with the toppings will also have those other ones minus the damage resist. So as you can see here, I've blended in my cooldown. I certainly can reset and go on that damage resist bypass. A couple more things that I can do to tweak mine even better as well. And we do have our perfect guides down below, so you can see what the odds are to actually get these things, because it is a lot. So that is how you want to think about the Beascuits. And then as we move into the toppings, here's a couple things with the toppings. So generally I have multiple And this is the one that I'm going to recommend here for you today, is resonant topping on raspberry. Because again, we're focused on damage. So when we do that, we can blend the two together on the cooldown. So having that attack, that HP, and the cooldown in this particular one are going to be key. We can tweak all this stuff. You don't have to have just the Moon Kiss as well. In terms of resonant, you can blend in some of the other ones. If you're really, really looking to tweak things, it can make a huge difference for you. And like I said, it's pretty tough to get an absolutely perfect topping. So keep that in mind in some of those tips and tricks. But again, Moon Kiss is going to be helpful because it's very, very narrow. So when we look at this, you're going to get attack, you're going to get attack speed, you're going to get cooldown, you're going to get damage resist, crit, and crit resist. The thing that is missing here, though, is that HP. So you can keep that in mind. It might be advantageous to consider, again, using some of the regular ones to blend them in, because you don't have that access to HP. So that can make a difference for you in terms of what you may need to do to blend the two. Now, however, the Beascuit is giving us a lot more HP, so you can keep that in mind. So those are some of the key pieces here. What you're going to want to prioritize in terms of the bonus effects is attack, and cooldown, and probably damage resist for survivability. So those are the three that I would kind of think about. Here we got attack and cooldown, which is great. We got cooldown and attack again, which is great. Damage resist and attack, cooldown and attack speed, and attack speed, attack, damage resist. So a few things that we can still do in kind of reorient some of these toppings or blend them, because you don't always have as many resonant. So however, net, because it is more narrow on those bonus effects, you will have a better option and opportunity to get better statistics. So those are a couple of things. As you can see, though, I think it's very important to have additional ones. Cooldown can help you in PvE as well, just to keep casting, because it does make a big difference. You can see I'm stripped down to 20% there versus 5. So taking 20% off is 3 seconds, so it gets a 12-second cooldown, resetting very, very fast outside of everything else when it comes to my particular Moonlight Cookie here. So those are all the considerations when we talk about biscuits and toppings, how you can blend the two together and think about some of the strategy when it comes to Moonlight Cookie here, my friends. Now we're going to go ahead and go for a run with this cookie, because we absolutely love doing this. We're going to go to our world map and exploration. We're going to go back to Crispia. We like the dark mode in 829 because that is what we always do. And we are going to run our Moonlight Cookie and see if Moonlight can get all the way through by herself, which at 600,000 powder versus 250, we should hopefully be able to do that. All right, let's go for it. So those are a couple things to keep in mind when it comes to this particular cookie's Beascuit and toppings. We're going to put it to work for you here. Now, a lot of times players forget that it gives that damage reduction or increased damage with the debuff, and then additionally the multi-ticks there with 10. It can make a big difference in terms of some of your PvP strategies and your PvE strategies as well. So here we go, here we go. Look at that, so much damage still, which is amazing for this cookie. And now we're on to the very last boss. Here we go. And let's see if we can one-shot it. Boom, there it is. Didn't even make it all the way up. Perfect. So that, my friends, is your Moonlight Cookie broken down in totality for you here today across your Beascuit topping guides and some of the considerations there. I think it did run with the cooldown, so you can keep that in mind. However, again, some good things to think about when it comes to your strategy, your team, and what you're trying to do. And additionally, we're focused on that damage, because damage hurts. And if you're a PvP player, generally you like the one-shot kills. So with that, however, in PvE, sometimes it's more advantageous to go on cooldown for some of the harder runs and modes and those kinds of things as well. So with that, that is Moonlight Cookie for you here today. If you still got a question or comment, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you as always. And feel free to join us in the Discord server, my friends. We've got a great community there, and thank you for your support as always. I appreciate the likes and the subs. as we continue to grow this amazing community here. And thank you to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you. It's a nice way to support the channel. You get emotes, icons, those kinds of things for supporting, and additionally priority access, response, those kinds of things. Additionally, we do have affiliate links. If you're looking for something, check those out. Every little bit always helps, so thank you for that. And lastly, don't forget about our socials. At me, chat me. I love to say, and I love to see what you're running, what you're playing, your polls, all that fun stuff, and certainly in the Discord server as well. With that, my friends, enjoy Moonlight Cookie. This is a great cookie, as always, and get out there because we're going to keep on running, and we'll see you soon. Take care.